Hi there.
How you doing? Am I saying
Good.
it? Am I saying it correctly?
You are,
Kira,
yes. Yes.
Kira. Oh man. Okay, how you doing?
I
Doing
am
good?
doing wonderful. How about you?
You know what? I'm the reason for the season. I'm just kidding. But you are gonna show us some Shadow Live gaming today.
I am going to show you some Shadow Live Gaming today. Yes, I'm
Okay.
really excited about it.
Go ahead and share that screen and let's get started.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Sans boot up CTF from scratch. I haven't taken a look at this one yet at all today. So we're going to start through the intro, go through some of the intro, and then see if we can tackle the first challenge just to give everybody a quick overview of like how easy it is to jump into one of these if you've never done it before.
Okay. Okay. Of course, with your expert brain, you just transplant it to our brains.
Yep, I'm going to try at least. So my name's Kira. I'm actually really new to CTFs myself. I only started like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I go by Azalea on Discord and for all the different handles. So what I have here is this is my VM running just a standard installation of Kali Linux. And I have the ranges.io website open here from the Sans boot up CTF information channel on the Discord. And once you're registered in here, you can go ahead and jump in here and you can just start learning from the intros. So if you're new to CTFs, or you're like a beginner, this is a great place to start. Sans is very friendly for this, and it will give you a brief rundown of that you can do this with or without a VM, but they recommend a VM. And the goal of a CTF simply is to try and find some sort of a value known as a flag. So they give us our flag in this challenge, which is just CTF event. This is a flag with some numbers behind it. So we're just going to enter that really quickly and have a great, easy wait. Thought that was going to be a great, easy success.
Wrong.
Wrong.
It shouted at you.
It
Wrong.
did. It did shout at me. So let's see if it's just that value. It is just that value. So in this one, they just wanted to see that value. So really easy. We'll go back and we'll take a look at intro 2. All right, so this one I'm just going to kind of read through it for the audience and everybody following along. So there's several different ways challenges can be served in CTFs: websites, network services, file downloads. So this is a web target challenge that we're going to do here, and it has a little website that we can visit. So nothing to see here, move along. Really innocent. In a normal CTF, the briefing is normally all we would get. So they're going to guide us through this challenge. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do an actual challenge that isn't in the intro. So we're going to open the link. As they said, we're going to be using Google Chrome, which we are. And then we're going to start using the developers tools for this one. So the text says nothing to see here, move along. But if we open up the developer tools, we see a bunch of information, and we actually can see the flag is encoded, hard encoded into the HTML right here. So you can expand and see every single piece. There's not much HTML on this website. And this is like a very easy intro challenge for a web CTF where the flag is hard coded somewhere. The next level up is like they'll hide the code in a CSS file, or they'll have a ton of HTML and hide the flag in a way that doesn't make it easy to search, and you have to sit there and pick through it. But this one, though, we'll just go ahead and copy the flag from it. And that should be it. And there we go, flag correct. So if you, once again, if you're a beginner, definitely come try this, because these intros are going to walk you through the different categories. But let's go tackle an actual one that isn't an intro, doesn't have like a guide for it or anything. So group 1, BEO1, I have no idea what this is. Let's see what we got. So we have download the files at this link and then find a way to get a flag. Ooh, and it's a zip file. So let's go ahead and download this really quick. Now this might be actually one of my favorite things that I found so far in doing CTFs. Is I love doing forensic CTFs where we're trying to break in something or discover secrets. So here's the file that we downloaded. We'll try and open it. There is something in there. Can I take it out? I can take it out. All right. So it looks like we have some sort of a program. We'll open up a terminal here in the folder that we just downloaded it in. And we'll give the file permissions to run. Normally, you wouldn't be this free with giving programs permissions to run that you just downloaded randomly from the internet, but it's a CDF, so it's safe. And we'll go ahead and run program and see what happens. Ooh, and it says, what is the password? So we have no idea what the password is right now. So we'll just put in some random characters, and it says nope. So it doesn't give us any help with that. So as this is an intro challenge, there's a couple different ways that I could go about this, and we'll see if I can crack it in the time that I have allotted. So the key could be hidden in the zip file as a file that we can't see, or we might have to rip apart that program, which is a bit more advanced, which is reverse engineering the category of it in CTFs. So really quick, I'm just going to do one of my favorite things and run binwalk on that zip file. Binwalk is a great little program that will dynamically look at anything that you give it and see if there's other files zipped in it or hidden in it that wouldn't show up with just the normal way of viewing it like this. I doubt this is the case. I really doubt it's the case, but let's just, for funsies, we'll take a look. And it doesn't look like we found, yeah, it didn't find anything in there. So we really just have the program. So for reverse engineering, this is actually the one that's the toughest for me, so it's a really good one to talk about. Just like any challenge that you get, and if it's a tough one you've never seen before, etc., I really recommend using some of the great community resources out there like Awesome CTF. It's a curated list that gives you all kinds of different resources for the many different categories out there. And there's also CTF Cheat Sheet, which has been featured on the Wicked Six Discord during this event. And we might need to rely on one of these. But one thing that I do know how to do is I do know how to use a program called RadRare. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, to take a peek inside this program code. So let's try that. So what this program is doing right here, I'm going to blow my window up. We have jumped into this program on a binary code level. And down here in my terminal, you can see that we're at this number, which is just like a point in the memory in the code of the program. So if I remember correctly, and if the challenge creators are going like pretty standard with this, yes, there's a main function. So what Radware lets us do is open this file, get into it, analyze it, kind of crack it apart, see what's inside. And then we can jump to a function. If you're programming a function, it's going to have typically a main function where it's going to have all the code telling you what it does and how it does it. And this is what it looks like in machine code. So it just spit it out all here. And everything underneath that int main line right here is what's in that program. Now, because we're reverse engineering, which is the big challenge of reverse engineering, it's not going to be human readable, or a lot of it's not going to be human readable, because it's Radware doing its very best to convert these compiled instructions to something we can kind of go through. But let's see what we got. Because I see right here, we have this entry that says, this is not a password to guess easily. I'm betting that is the password. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Because normally what you would have to do here is you'd have to spend like quite a while breaking into each of these functions, figuring out how the code actually worked. A lot of times you'd have to use Python or some other programming language to create a script to generate the output for you. But this case, I think they're just giving us a very, very intro one, which is this is a fun way to see Radware in action. So I copied that. See if I got it. This is not a password to guess easily. Fingers crossed. Oh, flagging correct. Okay, let's go back and just see if it was an easy error of this is not a password to guess easily. That looks like it should be it. So if it's not, let's just go to
maybe do the str dot in front of it.
Oh, if they want the string, we could do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. You never know.
That's all I see. No. You didn't completely copy it.
Yep, didn't go through.
When you go back, you didn't completely that underscore.
Oh, it wants the N in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
It's definitely one of the things that I run into a lot with CTFs is just formatting the flag, because a lot of times they'll tell you exactly, and sometimes it's a little iffy on what it will be. Let's see if that's it. That isn't that either. So this is a tricky one. So it looks like it has the value there. We ran the value. That's not it. Let's just try one more time. So I'm going to do this, take the in on it. Okay, so then let's go a little bit farther in Radware, because typically what you would do is if you see something suspicious like this, you jump to it and do what I just did and dump the code for it. So we should be able to do that by going to S, which will let us jump like we just jumped to main, and then we can do stir, and this is not a password to guess easily. We jumped into it. We can print the function. Oh, and it doesn't find anything here either. Let's do a bit more digging. We just keep getting this. This is not a password to guess easily showing up. Let's try one more idea I have. So in the intro, these flags were just the value like this. They didn't change this on us. In Rapid, did they? Nope, they did not. Well, let's go ahead and use a hint so we see if we can finish this one up. If only there was there was a program to find strings in binary, which Radware definitely is.
Yeah, definitely does.
And this is actually the command to print the strings too. So IZZ will print your strings out and dump every string in the program that's kind of like plain text. So this one definitely should be it, I think. So I think.
Well, let's check again. Let's go back and see the format of how they want the flag, because there might be delimiters in between the bracket and flag.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. So we'll go back here. We'll go to first intro. Okay. For this CTF and all boot of CTFs, we will simply make sure the flag is clear to you. So they're looking for something cool. So unlike a lot of the ones on Wicked 6, they're not going to ask us to put like something in the front and then wrap it. So they're just asking for the flag. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, now we're all hands in detectives on solving this. Okay. Okay, so what do you think? Because I definitely think this has to be it.
Yeah, I agree.
This is not a password to guess easily. There's some random.
Maybe add the quotes, because we didn't add the quotes last time.
Ooh, yeah. I like that. Incorrect. And see, sometimes, this is where you get stuck. So is there something there with the fact that not is capitalized and the ORD is capitalized? I wouldn't think so. I would think it was the whole value. What is the password? Yeah, I'm not seeing a different option here. So we can, any other guesses?
Maybe, I mean, if we go back out and if we cat the file, maybe.
We can do that. That's a great one.
Maybe. And it'll spill its guts to us.
We can cat it, and we could also grep it, because I guess if we want to, we can grep it, if I know how to spell grep, which is not grab. Let's grep the program and just search it for flag.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, it's gonna be in binary.
It's gonna dump it in binary. That's so interesting, because I think this is what Sans wanted us to do, is deconstructing it like with Radware and jumping into it. But this might just be, there might be just one piece. There is one piece that we're just missing with this one. Well, this is part of CTFs and is, troubleshooting. So yeah, let me know if you have any other ideas, because I'd love to solve this one. Let's see. No, that wouldn't be it.
Oh, wait, no. So, okay, we forgot a step. So
we forget?
When we originally ran the program, it said, what's the password? So maybe we put,
oh my gosh,
this is not the password into the program, and then god dang, oh my god,
gosh dang it, that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, so back to our terminal. the program can run.
Yeah.
We need to give it the input, which
which will
we
give us our
we
password.
completely forgot. So let's try it without the backslash or the quotes, because I think it's just the text
Right.
typically. And we'll copy that. We'll dump it. Oh, okay. What's the password? There it is. we had the first step. And we completely forgot it. Yeah, sometimes you get too lost in hunting it. So let's try that. Simple strings, 32910. That's going to be it. Boom. Flag correct. Couldn't have done it without your help. And there we
go. We only lost 4 points. It's fine.
No, we only lost 4 points. And like, you know, I will say that something is, don't be afraid to use hints, because like I know when I started, I was like, I'm not going to use hints, and I want the highest points I can in any challenge that I do. But hints really help you learn. So like I only would have learned to use the R2 Radware program if I had used a hint originally on, I think it was a Pico CTF challenge. And then it just gave me that knowledge that I can use in the future. So I think that's kind of a good brief introduction to CTF and SANS. I'm really excited to dive more into SANS today and tear through it. So I'm going to keep going away at this, and it looks like the next one is a web challenge. So I don't know how much time we have, or if we were going to swap over to anybody else, or if we want to dig into another challenge or not.
Let's see. I think. Let me find that.
I'll just work on it in the background.
Sure. Just keep working. We're confirming our next person's here.
Yeah, so I'll keep working for a little bit. So next challenge, connect to the network service at a URL with a specific port and find a way to get a flag. So let's go ahead and netcat into this. So that's NC, the URL, and the port, which is 8227. Unknown host.
Hey, Kira, we do actually have our next speaker in the lobby.
Awesome.
This was tons of fun and frustrating as per usual with CTFs. We do appreciate your time, and this was super awesome. And one more time, how can we get a hold of you if we were looking to get some guidance on CTFs?
Yeah, of course. So I am in Discord as Azalea, AZELYA pound 462. That's me in Discord. I'm Pixel Pirate as on Twitter, and you can also find me under LinkedIn as Kira Luin.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and
thank you.
We appreciate your time.
Yeah, have a good day.